We warmly welcome Mr. Alak Kumar, former Secretary of the Bar Association.
Hi, sir.
Mr. Subhash Bansal ji. We warmly welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Jaspreet Singh. We warmly welcome Mr. Kazmi, Mr. Siddharth Yadav, Senior Advocate, Mr. Ravi Sikri, Senior Advocate. We warmly welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Dhcba-Felicitation ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Jyoti Singh. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Pratik Jala. We warmly welcome Mr. Abhinav Vashisht, Senior Advocate, Mr. J.P. Singh, former Vice President of the Bar Association, is also with us. Thank you for taking time out, sir. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Amit Bansal ji. Ladies and gentlemen, please join hands and welcome the head of our family, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Mr. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Poonam Bamba, Honorable Mr. Justice Dr. Justice S.L. Jain ji. We warmly welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Naveen Chawla, Honorable Mr. Justice Anup Jairam Dhammani ji. We welcome our respected senior Mr. O.P. Faizi ji, member of the Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Sunil Nadal, Senior Advocate. We welcome Mr. Puneet Ahluwalia. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Mini Pushkar, Honorable Mr. Justice Sachin Datta, and Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Ori. We warmly welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Siddharth Mudal, Honorable Mr. Justice Dhcba. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Tushar Rao. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Pushendra Kumar Kaurav ji. Please welcome Mr. Anish Dayal, Honorable Mr. Justice Anish Dayal. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Rekha Palli, Honorable Mr. Justice Dinesh Kumar Sharma, Honorable Mr. Justice Gaurang Kant. I now request our President, Mr. Mohit Mathur, to kindly escort Honorable the Chief Justice to the dais, please. I request Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, to kindly kindly escort Honorable Mr. Justice Siddharth Mudul ji. I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Pushendra Kumar Kaurav to please come on the dais. It's an honor to request Honorable Mr. Justice Anish Dayal ji to please come to the dais. Nagendra, please escort. I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Amit Sharma ji to please come to the dais. Amit, please escort. From the core of my heart, on behalf of the Executive Committee, I thank all of you to have gathered here in such large numbers. Thank you very much for making this function a success. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh ji. I now request the President of the Bar, the young and dynamic, the evergreen, Mr. Mohit Mathur, to please address the Bar.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back after I hopefully a rejuvenating session of the summer break. After two last summer breaks going under the bridge in the pandemic, and we trying to only survive and save our skins in that period. I hope everyone has come back and ready to go on with a bang. And in this period, we were fortunate to have amongst us our newly appointed Chief Justice, Mr. Satish Chandra Sharma ji, who took oath during the vacations. I welcome Justice C.D. Singh ji, Justice Waziri, Justice Bakru, Justice Amit Mahajan, Justice Vikas Mahajan. Sir, we apologize if there was a miscommunication due to the timings. Justice Manmohan and Justice Manmeet Pritam Singh Arora. For a change, I got to welcome you, ma'am. Welcoming our new Chief Justice. Sir, we don't want to intimidate you today, with our list of demands that fairest will be given to you as and when we meet again in the administrative committees, etc. Today, sir, on behalf of the bar, we welcome you and we assure you that you are a part of us, shall remain a part of us, and we will ensure that if there was any kind of an impression that Delhi-walas do not welcome outsiders, sir, that shall be dispelled. I welcome Justice Shakdar, Justice Tara Ganju, Justice Sharma, my Lord the Chief Justice, has been born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh, practiced in Jabalpur, and where he adorned the bench, and then he's had a journey to Karnataka High Court, and then as Chief Justice of Telangana High Court, and now we are lucky to have him amidst us. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us at such a short notice. We also have, from the last time we met, 3 new judges on our bench, 2 from amongst us, and 1 who has now come amongst us, Justice Pushendra Kaurav, Justice Anish Dayal, and Justice Amit Sharma. I welcome Justice Yashwant Verma, Justice Sanjeev Narula, Justice Kaurav has been the Advocate General in Madhya Pradesh, and then he adorned the bench and swiftly came to Delhi. Sir, the same thing goes for you, sir. This bar is always with you, and whatever little grievances my Lord Justice Kaurav had in his 1 week on the bench, that the lawyers are not turning up, I am saying in the open house, the lawyers will be there to address their matters, and you shall not have a grievance that you are going back into the chamber early enough, sir. So rest assured, sir, this bar will provide best assistance, and we shall keep our flag up and high and flying, sir. Everyone knows amongst here, sir, my Lord Justice Anish Dayal, who was, in fact, till as recent as this new QBR, quarterly issue of our bar, he has been the editor-in-chief there, and has, in fact, even gone ahead to put it on the digital platform, and has been helping the bar in various ways than one. Justice Amit Sharma, I welcome you, sir. Though I have had the occasion of being predecessor in the position as secretary, and Justice Amit Sharma also being from my alumni, I heartily welcome all of you, sir. And I welcome the entire bar and the bench here today, as we today now start all our activities back to normal, with our fingers crossed that all these BA5 and all those variants don't scare us, and we start working together once over again. Welcome everyone, and mic back to you, Abhijat.
I request Mohit Bhai to please welcome Honorable the Chief Justice by presenting a bouquet of flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, a standing ovation for Honorable the Chief Justice, the new head of our family. I request Joint Secretary Mr. Ramesh Saxena and Member Executive Mr. Dhan Mohan to please welcome Justice Kaurab. I now request Senior Member of the Executive Ms. Kajal Chandra and Ms. Lady Member Ms. Rupali Kapoor to please welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Anish Dayal. I request members of the Executive Mr. Nikhil Mehta and Mr. Nagendra Benipal to please welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Amit Sharma. It's an honor to invite my predecessor in office, Honorable Mr. Justice Amit Sharma, who has donned a new role completely, to please address the bar in his new capacity.
Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Dhcba-Felicitation, Justice Mr. Kaurab, Justice Anish Dayal, President, respected brothers and sister judges, Mr. Mohit Mathur, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, Mr. Abhijat, Secretary, and the other members of Delhi High Court Bar Association. Thank you all for this warm welcome, and we also join you in welcoming the new head of the family, the Honorable Chief Justice. When we completed our graduation and LLB, one was keen to practice on the criminal side, and so the general advice was this, that we should start from the trial court, and accordingly the advice was taken and I started my practice in Patiala House Court. Well, at that time didn't realize that many years down the line I would be contesting an election in High Court, and my worthy opponents would say that he is not a High Court lawyer. Well, that's, I guess, a part of politics and part of the game. But my practice in Patiala House started with a gentleman called Mr. Rajan Bakshi, who used to specialize in the NDPS Act. And with him, a very fine opportunity came to defend Charles Sobras at that time. And that was a huge experience. And especially for a criminal lawyer, you get the habit of hearing no. So that experience came much earlier on in life. And well, I continued to practice on the criminal side. I have been extremely grateful that I received so much warmth and affection from this bar, and I'm really grateful to all my seniors in the bar and my friends, and to have given me so much cooperation. I did try to do my best that I could as a secretary, and God has been kind, and that now I am here, part of another family, which was extremely a great honor and good fortune. I can only say and request that as you always cooperated with me, and we shall continue with this cooperation, and I'll try my best to deliver as per your expectations, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justice Sharma. I now request our Vice President, Mr. Jatan Singh, to please welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Siddharth Bidul, who has joined us despite suffering from a nagging injury. Thank you so much for coming, sir. it is with a feeling of great joy, happiness and pride that I call upon Honorable Mr. Justice Anish Dayal to please address the bar.
Honorable the Chief Justice and companion judges, Mr. Mohit Mathur, Mr. Jatan Singh, Abhijat, executives of the bar and all members of the bar. First of all, a big thank you to the bar for having organized this function for our welcome. Needless to say, being elevated to the bench is like starting a completely new life, a new chapter, a new responsibility, of course, with all the privileges and honor which come with it. But I am constantly reminded of so many moments of a journey which started 27 years back in this court, where we started as young lawyers, whiling away our time here, made our friends and colleagues in the corridors of this court, spent all our time either in the courts and even more in the canteen having samosas and tea, which we sorely miss. Surely one will miss those days of conviviality at the bar. Equally though, I'm extremely grateful for having being received with such warmth and affection on the bench by our companion judges, and we are extremely grateful for that. Recalling what Justice Amit Mahajan reportedly said, it does feel like being a new bride. Though it is now getting very clear that the honeymoon is over and it's now business as usual. The first few days after taking oath were truly surreal, and one was transported into this very different reality which coexists in the same building, and struck me as very different. For instance, I recall getting really confused because what we call Terminal 3 in the new building happens to be on our right, but when you are diametrically opposite, it happens to be on your left. And but I guess whichever direction one approaches from, ultimately we all converge in a court for the purpose of justice, which is quite great. I just wanted to personally thank each and every member of the bar for the tremendous goodwill which was received, for offering us support through our longest journey to appointment, and all those who sincerely cajoled us for keeping the faith. Thanks to all of you, I stand here today for a life journey which started in Allahabad, my birthplace, now called Prayagraj, to adorning the bench to unarguably the best high court in the country, is only a result of good wishes and many blessings. I hope I will be able to meet all your expectations which I expected from this office and to the oath I took. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Justice Dayal. I now call upon Honorable Mr. Justice Purushendra Kumar Kaurav ji to please address the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Justice Kaurav.
Thank you, Abhijat ji, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Sri Siddharth Murdul, Honorable Justice Sri Manmohan, my senior and colleague judges, Sri Mathur, President of the Bar Association, Sri Jatin, Vice President, Mr. Abhijat, Mr. Saxena, other office bearers, senior members of the Bar Association, learned ASG Chetan Sharma, Mr. Jain, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for me to be part of this High Court, which is not only known to be a very prestigious High Court, but now I can proudly say that the kind of overwhelming response, the excellent Bar Association is unbelievable. There is an excellent bar, the kind of cooperation which I am getting in last my few days from the members of the Bar Association, from the respected senior judges is amazing. I wish all the best for the young lawyers, those who are practicing here. I convey my gratitude to the Bar Association for organizing this event for all of us, and I would assure that we'll try to come up to your expectations and will never let this High Court down. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Justice Gaurav. It's an honor to request Honorable Mr. Justice Siddharth Mridul ji to please address the bar. Sir, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the senior.
Good day to all my sisters and brothers at the bar. It's always overwhelming to be treated with deference just because you are hobbling on a foot. And I had recently had occasion to say, to quote this very famous American comedian who was given the Lifetime Achievement Award. And when he got up to speak, there was a 10-minute ovation. And he said that I recall that when I started as a stand-up comedian 70 years ago, as a young child, I would hardly elicit a response from the audience. But all that I need to do to draw applause from the audience nowadays is stand up. I welcome Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, Honorable the Chief Justice, to this court. He is a widely travelled and well-read individual. But more importantly, it's his human qualities that endear him to all of us. And to not just the bar in Jabalpur, but the bar in Karnataka and Telangana. He's taken the scenic route to this court, and we promise that this court, which is the most cosmopolitan of all high courts in the country, I can't recall a single state which doesn't have a representation on the bench here. Possibly Odisha is a state we don't have anybody from Odisha. But we have judges who are originally from other states who came. Oh yes, absolutely. Justice Deepak Mishra was here as Chief Justice. But even those who've been elevated from the bar here, Chief, are from all over the country. I also welcome Justice Purushendra Gaurav, who's had a remarkable career as a law officer, and it's early days, but he's showing all the makings of a wonderful judge. And of course, Anish Dayal and Amit Sharma, the young Turks, who are a welcome addition on the bench. I don't know why Justice Jasmeet Singh and Justice Amit Bansal are standing there in the corner. It's just that they are not facing the wall yet. It's always a pleasure to address all of you. And in all my addresses, I've always said that whatever I am today, I owe it to the bar. So you're responsible for whatever I am today. Well, this is an occasion for us to hear the Honorable the Chief Justice, and I assure him that the bar in Delhi is not as ferocious as my pet dog Maximus, who bit me on the foot. But it just reminds me of the conversation I was having with Justice Anish Dayal on the way here, when he was once bitten by a pet dog and he had to go for the anti-rabies vaccinations. The doctor said, "You're lucky it was your dog who bit you and not a human being." So I assure the Honorable the Chief Justice that lawyers here may occasionally bark, but they don't bite. Thank you, all of you. Jai Hind, it's been a wonderful journey.
What Justice Dayal didn't share with Justice Badul was that for some odd reason the dog died within a week after biting him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of great honor to call upon the new head of our family, Honorable Mr. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma ji, the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, Dhcba.
My esteemed sister and brother judges, Shri Sanjay Jain, Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Mohan Mathur ji, President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Jatan Singh, Vice President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Abhijit, Honorary Secretary Delhi High Court Bar Association, other executive members of the association, Mr. Sanjay Lau, Standing Counsel Criminal, Government of NCT, Delhi, Mr. Santosh Kumar Tripathi, Standing Counsel Civil, Senior Advocates, members of the bar, officers and staff of this court, advocate clerks, respectable elders, and other respectable fellow ladies and gentlemen, my humble pranam to all of you. Though I've written it in my note, but after seeing you all, I'm really deeply touched by the warm welcome. Though bestowed with the onerous responsibility of being Chief Justice of Flagship High Court of India, High Court of Delhi, I'm delighted to become part of this great institution for its high academic standards. Delhi Bar is one of the richest bar in the country, full of great legal luminaries, and I will be seeking guidance from the senior members of the bar and of course assistance from the junior members of the bar. The senior members of the bar are to lead the young ones through practice of values worth emulating, empowering them to be ever vigilant and to ensure that the future of this great institution would glow in its majesty. Whenever I am invited to a function in a bar association, I feel it is like homecoming. I have also come from that side only, and I know the problems and challenges which are being faced by learned advocates. When I joined the profession, the concept was to with a senior who uses to teach basic values. Now things have changed. The law school trained the students so well that they can start right from day one and they are doing very well. But I personally feel that the young lawyers should always seek blessings from senior members, as certain basic values are taught only by the seniors. Even I would like to seek blessings from seniors and cooperation from junior members of the bar. I'll make all possible endeavor to clear the backlog and ensure that these cases are listed in early day. That the Delhi High Court is having the finest judges. After meeting you all, I'm making this statement. The Delhi High Court is having finest judges and the finest lawyers. We will all work like a team and we'll help in a better administration of justice. The bar and bench, as earlier also said by great people, are two sides of a coin. Both have to work in harmony and with cooperation. We should understand each other. We are part of one single united family. Your President Mohit ji told that Delhi will be giving you a very warm welcome, we'll be cooperating with you. I have to tell him that I am not a stranger in Delhi. I have done like, as a judge, I have traveled to various places. While my schooling period, I have traveled to various places. And in Delhi, I have studied in a central school. So Delhi is not new to me. When I was in school, I have seen this High Court also because my LG used to live in Jubilee Hall. He was doing law. So Delhi is not new to me. I am part of you and we'll work together and we'll work hard. And so far as the cooperation aspect is concerned, in fact you made my day by all of you by coming and joining in such large number. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Honorable the Chief. I now request our Vice President, Mr. Jatan Singh, to please propose the vote of thanks.
Justice Mirdula has already told me that he also prepared a share couplet, but he has not said it, and he has said that you have to say something. So definitely I will say. Honorable the Chief Justice, Shri Satish Chandra Sharma ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Pushpendra Kumar Gaurav, Honorable Mr. Justice Anish Dayal, Honorable Mr. Justice Amit Sharma, and my President Mohit Mathur Abhijat, and members of the Executive Committee, the Honorable Judges of the Dais of this Honorable Court, Mr. Murari Tiwari, Chairman of the Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Rajesh Mishra is also Bar Council member, other Bar Council members, and two very prominent ASGs who is sitting in the audience, Mr. Sanjay Jain from Supreme Court, though he was earlier Delhi High Court ASG, and Mr. Chetan Sharma, Senior Advocate, ASG. And all the members of the bar who are present here. I would like to thank you specially and thank Justice Jaspreet Singh and Justice Amit Bansal. This is the kind of bonhomie we want, that the judges standing amongst the crowd and enjoying the function. Thank you, sir, Justice Jaspreet Singh and Justice Amit Bansal. And I would like to thank all these people who are on the first floor, second floor of the building and joining us from there. I know there's a short of space here, but you are all standing here. Thank you so much for joining this welcome function of the Honorable Chief Justice and of this court. In the end, I will only say, किसी ने, yes, because that is one more, किसी ने कहा कि दुनिया में, दुनिया हो या जिंदगी, दोनों आने वालों से आबाद होती है. तो हमारी जो ये कोर्ट की लाइफ है, ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस इज हियर, अदर 3 जजेस आर देयर, तो ये आए हैं तो हमें बड़ी खुशी है. तो और जब हम अपने नए मेहमानों का इस्तकबाल करते हैं तो हमें कुछ ना कुछ तो कहना ही है. तो एक शेर मैं बोलूँगा, 100 चांद भी चमकेंगे तो, 100 चांद भी चमकेंगे तो क्या बात बनेगी, 100 चांद भी चमकेंगे तो क्या बात बनेगी। आप आए हैं इस फंक्शन में तो इस फंक्शन की शान बनेगी। और before I end it with one more couplet, I would like to inform everyone here that the tea or the lunch is there in the canteen. So we have to go there, and I'll request everyone to join this. So एक last couplet, आप आए तो बहारों ने लुटाई खुशबू, आप आए तो बहारों ने लुटाई खुशबू, फूल तो फूल कांटों से भी आई खुशबू। Thank you very much. Thank you everyone. Please join us for the yes.
Before we end, I would request Justice Mridul, who was also itching at that time to share a couplet, but then he felt perhaps the time was short. Sir.
Well, this couplet is for myself. And it's a wonderful couplet, one of my favorites by Ghalib. अर्ज किया है, देखिए पाते हैं उस शाख बुतों से क्या फैज़, देखिए पाते हैं उस शाख बुतों से क्या फैज़, एक बरामन ने कहा है कि ये साल अच्छा है।
Thank you so much, everyone. Please join us for tea in the cafeteria and make some way for the honorable judges to also join us. Thank you.
Dhcba-Felicitation.